Hey guys, it is me again. Today is Thursday, December the 1st. Makes it day 3:35 on the Project Serve Him More. Guys, I gotta try to hit this as hard and quick as I can tonight. For one thing, it's almost 2 a.m. It is good to be here. Hope y'all having a good night. I want to thank you guys that commented last night. I thank Brother Woody and Brother John both messaged me and told me my comments were turned off on that video. Still don't have a clue what happened there. I didn't go turn the comments off. You know, it's a pretty good process to go even find how to turn them off, because it probably took me 15 minutes to go turn them back on. I didn't know how to do it. So I don't know how that happened, guys. I'm sorry for that. So if any of you guys want to go back and comment on that video, you can. Let's see, what else? I want to thank you guys for praying last night, as I know you did, and today for that truck I had to work on. Everything turned out alright, turned out good. Don't know if it fixed the truck or not, because the problem it was having was intermittent, and you know, it only act up every now and then anyway, so the guy took it. I just got my fingers crossed it fixed it. I'm just glad that the truck left still doing as good as it was, you know, still pulling and shifting, and because that's the first time I'd really got in depth into a transmission, into an automatic transmission. So thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for commenting on my computer problems. I did, like Black Eagle said, I've been using Google Chrome, and just, you know, that's what I don't understand. My videos will buffer on Chrome, they'll buffer on Internet Explorer, they just won't buffer on Firefox. I don't know. So he suggested maybe uninstalling Firefox and putting it back. I've not done that yet. Chris V, I want to thank you for, you know, for messaging me and saying, you know, if I needed any help with anything, you know, with the computer. I tell you what I do need, guys, and I've mentioned this before. There's something wrong with this computer. I don't know what it is. I think it's a virus. It acts like a virus. On Firefox, it'll just, the processor will stall and everything will try to lock up, and it'll come up and it'll say unresponsive script. When using Chrome, it actually pops up and it says that that all these things, every page you've got open, it'll say they're unresponsive. You know, I've run Malwarebytes on it. I've run, my buddy that does IT, that's what he does for a living, is this stuff. And he said it sounded to him like it was something. He said to run anti-Malwarebytes on it in safe mode, you know, hitting F8 when it comes up, putting it in safe mode. I've done that 10 times. That won't find it. I've run Avast on it. I've run cleaners on it. I've done everything I know to do. I've restored the computer 10 times. I don't know. That's my big problem. If I could get that problem fixed, some of this other stuff would probably straighten up. So if anybody's got any ideas what I can do to try to straighten that out, let me know. Let's see what else, guys. I want to pray. I want to give a praise item for the Lord. And I hate to be being quick about this, but I have to be. Guys, last night when I went to bed, I went outside and welded a wheel, and when I got in here about 1 o'clock, that's about the time I started making my video, I started feeling bad. Just, you know, just feeling bad. Just body ache, you know, head hurting, you know, just chilling and burning up at the same time, sweating. Ended up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I finally got into bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, had the diarrhea. Got into bed this morning at 3 o'clock and was sick as a dog. I mean, I was bad sick. I was shaking in the bed, you know, just like I said, burning up and sweating and freezing at the same time. And I prayed and I said, Lord, you know, I have to be at work early. I have to be on my game tomorrow, you know, to get this truck done, because it's something that nobody else at the shop can do. I have to do it. I said, Lord, you've got to heal me by in the morning. I got up at 7:30 this morning and I was like a new man. I mean, I didn't, there was no sickness left anywhere, you know, and some people could say, well, that's a 24-hour bug. Well, the bug only lasted about, what, 6 hours then? It wasn't 24 hours. The Lord did it. I know that He did. So I want to thank the Lord for that. Let's see, guys. Milo is in the lead. I want to say this and we'll get to it. Milo's in the lead on the distance of living the farthest away from me. I punched in his coordinates the other night, and he is 2,154 miles from me. That's straight through the air. So it's a little over 2,500 driving it. So Milo is winning so far. If any of you guys out there that live farther away than that, tell me your coordinates or your address if you don't care to give them out. I'll punch it in, and we'll let you be in the lead. So anyway, guys, I hope that's all I needed to say tonight. I hate to be in such a big rush, but I'd have to for several different reasons. I just have to be. Let's see. Acts chapter 20, guys, starting in verse 1. Let's start there. And after the uproar was ceased, Paul called unto him the disciples, and embraced them, and departed for to go into Macedonia. And when he had gone over those parts, and had given them much exhortation, he came into Greece. And there abode 3 months. And when the Jews laid wait for him, poor old Paul, the Jews are always after him, as he was about to sail into Syria, he purposed to return through Macedonia. And there accompanied him into Asia Sopater of Berea, and of the Thessalonians Aristarchus, and Secundus, boy, you gotta love these names, and Gaius of Derbe, and Timotheus, and of Asia, Tychicus and Trophimus. These going before tarried for us at Troas. And we sailed away from Philippi after the days of unleavened bread, and came unto them to Troas in 5 days, where we abode 7 days. And upon the first day of the week, when the disciples came together to break bread, Paul preached unto them, ready to depart on the morrow, and continued his speech unto midnight. We've been going over this at Bible study. I just told them that I've had seen people at church, and I don't like stepping on anybody's toes, but you know, if the truth hurts, if the truth cuts you, you need to get you a Bible Band-Aid. I've seen people miss church on Sunday because they're going on vacation that Friday or that Tuesday even or that Wednesday. Oh, I got to stay home all day Sunday and pack. No, you don't. You can pack in 30 or 40 minutes. You can do that the day you leave. You don't miss church to pack for a vacation or to whatever. People look for any excuse. Paul was getting ready to go on a big trip on a boat. He was getting ready to sail for God knows how long. You know, only the Lord knew where he was going to go next. And he stayed up all night preaching. That's commitment. And there were many lights in the upper chamber, it says in verse 8, where they were gathered together. And we're getting into a good one here. And there sat in the window a young man named Eutychus, being fallen into a deep sleep. And as Paul was long preaching, he sunk down with sleep, and fell down from the 3rd loft, and was taken up dead. And when Paul went down and fell on him, and embracing him, he said, Trouble not yourselves, for his life is in him. Now, guys, that's where we're going to stop tonight. Basically, this guy just fell. He was 3 stories up in the air. He was in the 3rd partition of this house. Fell asleep while Paul was preaching. Fell from 3 stories and died, basically. You know, a lot of people argue this. They say this guy didn't die. If he hadn't died, this wouldn't mention it in the Bible. He died. Paul went down there and laid hands on him and said, don't worry about it. He's still got life in him. The Lord's going to heal him. So we'll get on into that a little bit tomorrow night, guys. Like I said, guys, thanks for being here. I love you all. I'm sorry to be getting this in so late. I had so much to do tonight. I had to change my sand out of my sand blaster, my blasting cabinet. I'm changing out to glass bead instead of sand because that sand makes so much dust. It's getting all over my shop. My air compressor's sucking it in it. I'm afraid it's going to destroy it. So I'm switching to glass bead because glass bead don't make any dust. So I had to clean that thing out, and it was a lot more job than I thought. I had to wear a respirator while I was doing it, and still got that old black sand crud up my nose and everything else. So anyway, guys, thanks for being here. I love y'all. If you need anything, as always, let me know. I'll try not to be in such a big hurry tomorrow night. I'll try to get this in earlier. But like I said, guys, if y'all need anything, let me know. If anybody's got any ideas on what I can do to this computer, like I said, not really worrying about the buffering thing on the videos because I can use Chrome or Internet Explorer for a while. You know, I'd like to know my other problem, my reason why my processor is trying to run all the time and it's trying to lock up and says unresponsive scripts, and because that's about to drive me crazy. If anybody's got any ideas on how to take care of that, I've listened to 15 people. I've done everything everybody said, and so far they've not been able to find it. So I would really be grateful if one of you guys could tell me something. So thanks, guys. Like I said, I love you all. Good Lord willing, I'll be here tomorrow night. Until I see y'all again, good night, and God bless.